Welcome one and all, and welcome to a little journey through our little own speck of the galaxy, our very own solar system in sun dogs, diamond dogs. Seriously, there are so many dogs this year. Sleeping dogs, diamond dogs, sun dogs. What's next? I don't know. Something with dogs, presumably. But anyway, this here game is a little kind of, well, what I've played so far, it kind of feels like a sci-fi choose your own adventure style of exploration game, text-based also. So if you haven't that figured out yet, it is very heavily text-based. And so this video will be quite long. If you aren't prepared for that, I understand you don't want to maybe listen to it that much, but I'm gonna read half an hour, maybe hour of this game through and see what I can find and show you guys before you make your purchasing decision. But let's just talk about it a little bit. Well, actually, let's read this intro here, and then I'll talk about a little bit of the options, and then we'll begin the game. Sol. Humanity has spread across the system. Where we could not bend the environment to our will, we changed our bodies to suit it. We are no longer born and do not die. Identity became fluid. Flesh became alien. We are something beyond human. I have no idea what this actually is. I think it might be some sort of seed for a world, something. It's our solar system, but it might do something in the world. I have no idea, or it's just the save file name. I don't know actually. Well, here we are, we're jumping into our solar system. Your eyes snap open as you feel the cold rush of air fill your lungs. The revival facility is lit dimly. Do not surprise you. A doctor presses a metallic hand to your shoulder, keeping you still. How much do you remember? We remember nothing because we are dimwits. Welcome to Sun Dogs. Roll credits. On the left of the screen is your inventory. A collection of skills you know, your body and its modifications, and any items you carry. Yeah, I thought that was the... Oh yeah, alright, whatever. Use these to interact with the world and the text within it. To move around in the world, click on a planet that is connected to the one you are orbiting, or another location orbiting nearby. Use the scroll wheel on your mouse to zoom in and out of the map action to view the world. Your progress is automatically saved. So, yeah, let's start. You get a wire from one of your algorithms. There is a consistent talk of a new species in lower Venusian atmosphere. If you're passing through Avicenna, you could go look at it yourself. Alright, so at the moment we are on Ceres, not Ceres that... Isn't that the Pluto's moon? This is not that Ceres. Or is Ceres an asteroid? No, Charon is Pluto. No, God, for fuck's sake, I can't remember. Sorry. Anyway, we are orbiting this. It has to be an asteroid, right? I don't remember. But we're orbiting whatever it is. And on a station 1, yes, it's an asteroid. It has to be a bloody asteroid. And anyway, as we saw, there is an inventory here. We have tools, all kind of stuff you can pick up. And you can also pick up stuff into your robotic transhuman body. We aren't human anymore. Well, we are human, but we have evolved, augmented ourselves. Death does not exist in this world. Well, unless they somehow entirely manage to destroy where you have uploaded yourself. In that case, I guess you could die. But what does death feel like at that point? I mean, Are you ever you? That same question could be applied when you wake up and goes to sleep and wake up. Are you the same person anymore? Are you just booting up yourself again? And remember all the things you've done? Because that would be if you upload yourself and you die, and then you just wake up from a bad dream. Very interesting stuff, isn't it? At least, if nothing else, this game will make you think about these things, and I think that's good. Alright, so let's first go to the options menu before we even begin the game proper. Here we have what we have in the options menu: full screen, resolution, visual quality, volume 10. Oh, for fuck's sake, don't tell me I have fucked up already. Well, I can't. Well, I'm gonna have to go in at 1 hour and see if that fucked up, because it was at 1 when I started this. Let's hope it hasn't actually changed. Alright. Also, there is the modify this game option here. You can, if the Steam storefront says that you can, this has a level editor. Well, it doesn't really have a level editor, because you actually have to go in and know how to mod the game itself. They do provide instructions, but this isn't a real level editor in my opinion, because you have to go into the files themselves to edit the game. That's just plain old modding. But anyway, let's not dwell on that. Let's return. And yes, here on the right hand side we have all the things that we can do in the world. We can explore Station 1, where we are at right now. In one of the hallways surrounded by the vats of sleeves, you hear a pod nearby open and fluid splash out. You turn to see someone collapsing out of the pod, vomiting up the fluid surrounding them. You rush over and bend down to help, trying to feel a pulse or breathing. They push back at you, resisting feebly. A rough grasp shoves you out of the way. They pull the person along the hallway and out of sight, leaving you next to an empty vat spattered in fluid. I wonder what that was all about. But yeah, that's what you use the explore key to kind of look around your world. I have no idea what these, or where you can use these skills of diplomacy, interfacing and medicine for one, or your items, because if we click at them, arbitrating or mediating confrontations, they just tell me what they do. I have not found out how to use them. I hope the game tells me at some point how to use them. But anyway, I think we've been here at Station 1 long enough, so I think it's time for us to check what is our mission. Investigate a new animal species on Venus. So that's our goal. What the game gives us. Of course, we're free to go wherever we want to, but that is one of our goals, to get into Venus, which is here. And as you can see, we can't get there, not at the moment, because the only places we can move to are connected by these dots. For some reason we can only travel between them. Probably some space rocket stuff. If you played Kerbal Space Program or something, you probably know how this moving in orbits works, but I don't know that much about that. But I did try this a little bit, so I think the first thing we do is head towards the asteroid Eros. Well, I think it's an asteroid, probably is. And here we can find out a little bit of information on where we are. During the expansion, the small near-Earth asteroid was quickly hollowed out and spun by the Chinese generic corporation name. It's served many small purposes since. Since the third closure event, it has been largely abandoned or left to smaller groups in the belt, negotiating for its use. Now we got some information about 433 or Eros. Well, Eros is the thing, and 433 is probably the thing. You look around at the forest around and above you. to a small pond at the far side of the asteroid. You ping for a potential net, just to be sure, and nothing responds. Close ping. When you come into one of these places, it's a good idea to do the explore thing at least once or twice, or, well, I've done it even 10 times at some places, and I still get some dialogue. Not dialogue, but text. In a weak orbit around the asteroid, you find a small Jovian distress beacon. The signal is quite weak, and the beacon itself is only a transmitter and a power source. Well, we found a beacon, so we can collect it. Tools: distress beacon, an automated communicator that sends out a standard distress signal on common bands. Still don't know how to use it or if there is anything. Let's explore one more time. Spherical clouds begin forming, blocking out your view of the landscape above. And yeah, let's talk about the landscape itself, because we mentioned forests. It's probably in the station itself. No. He mentioned specifically forests on the asteroid. We're doing some major terraforming and shit here. On an asteroid nonetheless, some sort of forest. That's just amazing. Makes you wonder how far humanity can go at some point. Okay, I have no idea where to go next. We were there. I was hoping we could get to Venus from here. But maybe if we go to Earth, maybe we can go bounce from Earth to Venus. Alright, here we are, Earth. There are a couple of things in Earth, actually. The debris field, which is probably all the leftover satellite junk that we at the moment are putting out there. And then we have the ocean and land on the Earth itself. So there is stuff on Earth. Lovely to know that it's not completely shit. But let's explore the debris field. You pass by an inactive Taurus habitat, but you get a hail from the automated traffic control, giving you permission to board it. Oh! And I wonder what that is. Let's board it. Curiosity got the best of me. As you board the orbital, you see the interior has been stripped bare. It is nothing more than an automated signal attached to leftover internal structures. Well, that was useless, huh? Okay, let's explore one more time. A massive harvester drifts by. It's scooped into then scarred. As you watch, you see it extrude itself and grow larger. The new material dark and smooth, unlike the rest of the structure, exposed to solar radiation and debris. So there's an amazing amount of text in this game, and it's all bloody interesting in my opinion. You can spend hours in this, I think, just going around, and the music also gonna accompany this small little nice little mood. But let's go to the ocean. The music, although I said it's quite nice, it's the same one song on a loop. At some point that's gonna get on your nerves. I hope they patch some different music at some point. That will be lovely. Alright, let's explore the ocean. You pass over a flock of whales, breaching the surface of the ocean beneath you. Oh, it is not absolute shit Earth. Lovely to see that at some point. A futuristic sci-fi thing, and the Earth is not shit. There are actually things there, like whales. High above the water, you see a patch of dark color set against the reflections of the thick clouds above you. Nearing it, you recognize a flat arcology. What? Several kilometers wide. It dips in the center like a squat funnel. The fuck? Let's land. You land on an external pad on the roof and look around. Unlike others, this one seems well maintained. Its self-repairing function still powered. Looking around, you see no entrance nearby. You walk for a time, your pod following you. Eventually, you happen upon a park. Benches, trees and a small play area for children sit next to a large grassy field. The grass is perfectly trimmed, likely a strain that can only grow a certain length. The metal of the playground is a stark white along with the benches. You walk past it, not disturbing anything. Down a path you spot a set of stairs sinking down below you, with a door at the end. Well, of course we're gonna descend. You take a long spiraling staircase down into the archaeology. What is that? Someone Google that for me, please. Sunlight shines through the dusty air as your footsteps echo across the far wall. The staircase itself is sealed behind clear glass, much of which is broken and shattered. Across the chasm, you see dozens of other levels, all interconnected with bridges and staircases. The stairs you are following end abruptly and resume 100 meters below you. There is a bridge nearby you, could jump down to, but you would be unable to return if you did. You take in as much of it as you can and return to the surface. I played this before. I didn't get to here, but there was something else that I found. One place that gave me access to a rope. If I'd had that rope with me now, I would presume I could use it. But unfortunately we don't have the rope. Let's return to the surface then. Let's quickly have a trip to the land masses of the earth. Let's see what's happening there. Oh, and the moon. Oh, we're gonna have to go to the moon. Water rushes up and surrounds your feet as you stand on a black shore, looking out at the horizon. Surprised, you reflexively take a step back as the ocean recedes. A film of black substance is left on your feet. You examine it and conclude it should be harmless as long as you don't get any on your skin. Oh, well, okay, things are shit, apparently. High above the surface, you see a reclamation zone below you. A perfect square of idyllic land, ruthlessly defended by an unknown caretaker. One more time. Inside a small canyon, you walk along a dry riverbed. Alongside the walls are huge mounds of albedo particles, meant for reflecting sunlight away from the atmosphere. It's a fine blue-white powder, and you collect some for later study. Where did that come from? Well, we got albedo particles. Lovely. Let's go to Luna. Heyo. You watch a few tugs smoothly cut and remove a craft from a larger hull. The removed section is ancient. Sun-bleached and pockmarked, the tugs attach a small chemical rocket to it. It fires away and will soon disintegrate in the thick atmosphere of the Earth hanging above you. Travel to Ibrim substation. Explore the Ibrim substation. After some trades and barters for the day, you end up with a small cache of deuterium that was collected Earthside. Well, that's lovely. We're finding all sorts of stuff. Searching for a path through the city back to your board, you instinctively key your overlay to access the local net. A dead tone returns and you remember there isn't a publicly accessible soft line for citizens and off-worlders. You flip back to a memory trail of your journey and route path through the maze of corridors. Alright. Well, we have explored Earth and its lovely little companion, the Luna. But now we can finally head on towards Venus. "84 days. Is that the time that takes us from do the trip?" We are in the traffic layer of Venus. Explore. The region above the planet is filled with yachts and small private habitats. Many of them are kept private, only broadcasting trajectory and anonymous identifications. A large pleasure yacht drifts by you. It is shaped like a bullet, with a shiny hull and an entourage of smaller craft near it. So Venus is the rich people place. Okay. Is there money in this universe? Well, we were bartering, yes. I would imagine at this point no one would care about money. It could be something else. Let's go first here. I remember this is the place we have to go, so we're going to explore this one first. Watching the sky across the aerostat, you see small squads of winged craft move around the buildings and flat domes. Occasionally a smaller aerostat moves up alongside and ties on. Some agitated locals stumble out of a bar, pushing each other around and yelling loudly. They walk ahead of you for a time along the street before entering into a nearby residence. Can I? No. Okay, just checking if I can use these. Okay, let's go to Avicenna. This is the place where the animal was found. The new species. Whatever it is. We're gonna explore and find out. Sorry. Getting a hiccup. I'm trying to keep it in. Sorry about that. You find a pilot to take you down deep into the cloud layer. It is unusual to travel in such solid craft, but the Venusian atmosphere is unforgiving. You monitor some view screens that are scanning wide EM bands. After a while you get the return blip. Motion is in the distance. You move over closer to it, and an image results of a huge swirling mass of tendrils moving around a central body in a convection pattern. It is moving quite slowly, and you cannot see how it gains energy. You briefly consider bringing one to the surface, but it is too far massive for this single craft. You document it as much as you can and return back to the surface. Let's explore one more time if we can find anything. Your arrival in the capital is anticipated, and you are contacted by one of the sub-oligarchs to assist in some negotiation with another aerostat. Agree. The negotiations are long and complex, but by the end of it you are compensated handsomely and go along your way. I wonder if these things are working at the same, just in the background. Could be. I don't know. Diplomacy, yeah, I can't use that there. I was given a handsome reward. I don't see my handsome reward anywhere. Anyway. Oh, I got ripped off. Oh, there's something in the orbit of Venus. Oh, I didn't get to even go there on the first run. They actually have some sort of physics going on here, or orbital physics. That is impressive. I wonder if that actually is the case, that they have taken models and put in how the planets will react to something orbiting them, and what kind of path we have to take to get to there. That would be very good, a nice little touch. Unneeded, but very nice touch. So what was this, a centrifuge? On the station's net you buy a false identification from an intelligence store there. They edit your stack's identification straight through the net. Okay. False identification. Well, that's lovely. Don't know where I can use that. You dock for a few hours and look down at the glittering lights on Venus below. Okay, that's probably not much here then. Okay. Take the new data to the library on Vesta. Okay, where is Vesta? Is that Ceres? Eros? Hygeia? Vesta? Palace. Vesta is here. Let's go. I would like to go maybe to Mercury, but I think it's better to go by Earth route. 100 days it takes us to travel. Okay, I wonder what kind of travel system we have. Well, they did mention a pod. All I can imagine is a Saiyan pod now. That's Eros. It wasn't Eros we wanted to go, it was Vesta. Yes, Vesta. But Mars. Mars is a potential place to go. Mars, 48 days. That took not as long as I thought. The elevator. Alright, let's explore the elevator. You watch the rhythm of an elevator car. You watch the rhythm of elevator cars closely, but there is no pattern to the dozens of cars traveling the cables at any given time. Alright, what else is here? There's the moon. One of the moons. Where's Phobos? Is it here? Can I not move? That is a little bit awkward. This is strange. How am I supposed to know what I'm traveling into here? Let's explore again. The snowflake network of thin spokes radiating out of the station is full of variety of ships and crafts. A ring skimmer from Saturn catches your eye, but it likely arrived before the Jovian civil wars. Oh, there's war. Lovely. Okay, because I can't really see what's going on over there, so I'm just gonna ignore it. And Vesta. Yes, we have coordinates for Vesta. 324 days. We really don't care about time in our new bodies. That's just probably, well, I can watch an anime episode. It takes 364 days to power up. Okay. This is the library of Vesta. Arriving at the library, you signal for a librarian. It comes scuttling over, thin metallic legs grasping tiny handholds along the floor. You transfer the data of the new Venusian animals in the atmosphere and watch it consume it greedily. The librarian moves off and you watch it wrap itself around the tower and feed the new data into it. A librarian scuttles up a tower clutching a bundle of genes beneath it, before carefully filling out gaps in a small tower. The light from the bundle makes the tower glow brighter. A perfect Martian cactus emerges from a fabricator's maw, before being quickly redirected and installed to the object. Okay, that's interesting. Right. You have no active missions. How would I find active missions? All of the librarians are in spider sleeves, scuttling around the central corridor, organizing and cataloging data. You can just barely hear the sound of their movements through the thin atmosphere. Okay, so we're not getting missions from here. But yeah, sleeves is a common and... no. Yes. Huh? This is different now. Last time I checked, the sleeve is some... well, I thought the sleeve is our body. The conduit for our soul. The data soul or whatever. But I think it still is, and so those were those sleeves are in spider shape, but they're still controlled by people, I would imagine. That's crazy. I wonder what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. We can't upload here. We can't go to Jupiter. Oh, why isn't there anything beyond this? That's strange. Where can we go? I want to go and try and find a mission for ourselves, because that's the one thing I haven't managed to find out. Hygeia. Let's travel to Hygeia. I bet they're very hygienic in there. Ada. Hygeia is generally least populated of the large asteroids. It has spent long stretches of time completely abandoned. It was for a long time a Jovian outpost, but since the war they have retreated from it. So yeah, there has been some sort of war here as well. You move your normal sleeve processes to an external burner, just in case something interesting happens in the habitat. Prepare burner. Burner communicator, okay. The carousel of limp sleeves notches forward as the newest purchase is unhooked and delivered to the buyer. The auction begins again for a highly valued octopus sleeve held by some missing Jovian magistrate you've never heard of. Magistrate? A cowboy sells your colt to Crypta, and you carefully store a physical device close to your sleeve. Well, we got stuff again. Colt decryptor. No idea what it does, and we have no mission. Let's try going to Mars again. Maybe we can get actually some sort of mission in Mars, because it's a big hub, I would imagine. There we go. I managed to land to Olympus. Ooh, well, that would make sense as humans. Let's build the city around the tallest things around Mars, because that would be a big symbol. You are waiting for a transport when your overlay is overwritten. A massive dust storm with warning flashes in front of you, projected onto the street. A siren somewhere in the city begins sounding. A few of the people on the street without dust-protected sleeves begin descending to the underground portions of the city. You cut off your plans and follow them. The storm is a heavy one if the shelter is required. Wait for some time in the underground portion of the city before the alert is lifted. Okay. You take a light skimmer for a jaunt to a small outlying town. Along the way you pass an old shrine. Stop at the shrine. The shrine is a broken circle made of pebbles, and two concentric circles marked into the dusty rock around that. In the center of the circle sits a small but thriving plant, with stiff pointed leaves. Leave quietly. Let the leaves be leaved. You look up at someone, a native Martian sleeve, tall, thin and pale. They are talking quickly with their partner in a high-pitched and chittering accent that is difficult to follow. I can't find missions, but I would imagine that this has been very enlightening to you, dear viewer, listener. Thank you if you have been listening and watching this all time. Thanks for you. But anyway, I think I'm gonna call it a quits for here. Definitely, I recommend this 100%. If you aren't interested in buying this, then it of course is not a game for you. But if you are slightly interested, buy it. Just buy it. It can't be... I have no idea what the price is, because as per usual, these games are sent to me. But I don't know the dev disclaimer. I am not getting paid to do this. The full disclaimer. I just enjoy the game, and I recommend it wholeheartedly. My name is Stefura, and I thank you for being today listening the video. If you enjoyed the content, you might want to consider to subscribe, like the video, comment on it. All of these things are greatly appreciated. So without further ado, I'm gonna go and continue exploring the world of Sundogs, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta. This is quite annoying. I can't edit this bit out. So you're gonna have to listen to me click the stop recording button. Sorry about that. Still on the trip.